Choir rehearsal. Choir rehearsal. And oh, shout out to my man Mitty, man. On the video when we was talking about church folks and people just do God any kind of way. We claim that we love him so much, but he the last one on the list. We put everything before God, and we talking about choir rehearsal now. This video is straight for the minister of music and these choir members, praise team leaders, and praise team members. You know what, like you were saying, Mitty, man, it make you want to just give up. And I can speak from experience, man, like you can also. It ain't no joke. Even to this day, sometimes I just want to close up my organ and go home, bro. Because we say we love God so much, and the way we do him is just straight ignorant when he has done so much for us. I'm sick of these choir members that just come to church when they want to, and then get mad at them when they get mad at you when you tell them to sit down somewhere. I'm so sick of when you try to do things ahead of time, you pass out lyrics, pass out music, and people ain't got the sense enough to even just click on it and listen at it, and they sit right in front of the computer and work all day. They want to make your job even more harder. And they still got this spirit of fear of looking around to see who else is looking at them. They can't sing out and open their mouth. But they claim they love God so much. When 2 Timothy said, I didn't give you the spirit of fear. What he have given us a power, but why we don't use this power? And the musicians make it even harder because they don't learn their music. It's too many musicians going to church to learn the music. You don't learn the music in rehearsal. You learn the music on your own time before rehearsal. Now you got a conflict with learning music and a conflict with teaching parts at the same time, and you're messing with stuck-up folks. You got people coming to choir rehearsal already walking in the door with attitudes. They ain't coming there in spirit and truth. They think they just apply to Sunday. Now you walk in choir rehearsal, that should be a praise in your rehearsal. But see, everybody ain't serious. And then you got people that get frustrated because you can't do certain songs. Every song ain't for your choir. You got to look at what kind of choir you got, whether it's a beginning choir, advanced choir, intermediate. You got to look at what you are dealing with. Sometimes you can't do Fred Hammond songs if you don't have nobody to sing it. And you got to see what kind of level you are on as a choir, because every song is not going to match your choir. And people got the nerve to get mad at you when you got to make those type of decisions. Being a minister of music is very tough. And you got to stay straight as a minister of music, keep your mind clear, and you got to go in there right. And that's hard to do. Because as a minister of music, the people always gonna hold you accountable for everything that go wrong. And you will be embarrassed on Sunday mornings a lot of times, because when you have a jacked up choir rehearsal, you're going to have a jacked up praise rehearsal. You're going to have a jacked up praise service on Sunday. So many people getting in the choir and don't know why. Lip singing. There's too many people standing in the back and the front row just standing up there for decoration. God don't need nobody on this program that's going to be standing up for decoration. I'm sorry. You're either going to put up or shut up and sit down somewhere. And now that's not being mean, because God wants us to praise him. He say make a joyful noise. And once again, you got those people in there that just want to show out. And you notice, many man, everybody at church and every rehearsal there is going to be at least more than one that's going to give you hell. They think they supposed to be the minister of music. They think they can teach parts better than you. They think they can just show you that you are so wrong. You know what I tell them? Come down here and get on the organ and do what I do. I can sit down. And they shut up real quick. I deal with this all the time, bro, because I can't tolerate excuses. I can't. Choir practice. You got people walking in the door. Ooh, I hope we ain't going to be in here long tonight, but you was on your job. How long? It's sad that only thing he's requiring for you to do is to be there in choir rehearsal and show up on Sunday and sing. Give it all you got. Like you said, man, if you ain't going to give it all you got, you need to sit down somewhere. Don't give God no half-do jump. God, it reminds me in the Old Testament when these preachers be quoting Malachi 3:8, will a man rob God, when they wasn't even talking about money, but they was sending God all kind of messed up sacrifices. Just like we do now. We ain't under that Old Testament, under that law, but we look at the way we supposed to serve God, and we serving God with mess. We had a tore-up choir rehearsal, and that's the way it's going to show up on Sunday. Why would you want to give God anything? God Almighty. And wonder why the atmosphere can never be set. Praise team rehearsal is terrible. Musicians just coming in when they want to. See, I don't play that. I have my brothers up under me. I got my oldest brother and my youngest brother. They'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell both of them to sit down. And done it. Because when it comes to God's program, when I get in rehearsal, it's about rehearsal. It's about God. I don't have no brothers. You ain't my brother when I get in rehearsal. If you want to, you can call me that nigga that's coming in here. Because I set everything aside for God. And I don't play. My big bro will tell you, man, the church looked at me crazy one time, me and my little brother, because I told him my big brother's not going to be a part of us no more because he can't get the rehearsal and he putting everything else before God. He got a studio, and I'd rather him run his studio than come here and trying to do the church any kind of way. Because if you can't make rehearsal, you're going to be lost on Sunday. So I said, big bro, you need to sit down somewhere. And my big bro was gone by 2 years. But he's back now and he's on one accord. See, you got to stand up and separate this friendship stuff. When you become a minister of music, hey, there's a lot of people ain't going to like you. They won't. I done set so many folks down. I got folks mad at me all the time. I will sit myself down. But see, the Holy Spirit keeps me in check. That's why I'm up front with people. And one thing about me, I go to rehearsal prepared. I send out music ahead of time. I send out the lyrics ahead of time. You already gonna know what you're doing in rehearsal before you even get in there. I send everything out on Sunday nights and be ready for the following week. And I still have people come to church. What are we doing tonight? Did you send out anything? Well, I didn't even cut on my computer and look. Excuses. See, I'm like God. I hate excuses. I hate complaining. And it's sad that we claim we love them so much, but we do them any kind of way. Too many jacked up choir rehearsals. And you got musicians that just want to get in rehearsal and just speed through rehearsal and call it a day. Because that's the ones that play for the love of money. A true musician, an honest musician, a humble musician that's doing God's will stay in there as long as it takes. Because he's concerned about how his choir sound. Too many choirs ain't praying together on Sunday morning. It's too many choir members ain't coming to rehearsal but jumping in the choir stands on Sunday. See, we don't play that at our church. Now you can have good reasons. Somebody died or something. You had to work late. There are good reasons, but some of this stuff people do is stupid. It's ignorant. But I just didn't feel like going that day. Well, you need to just feel like sitting down. Get out there and sit in the congregation because we don't need you. Tired of people. And then ones get up, they think they can get up there and remember what you done learned the new song, and they get up there in the choir stand and they be like this. And looking at somebody else trying to figure out what the word is. No, sit down somewhere. Musicians, stay in order. If the choir is messing up, at least let yourself be in order. Don't never let the choir see you slacking. You come in there prepared. I have passed out so many folders with all the lyrics from since I've been in my church, and you believe that people still coming there and don't even bring their folders. They looking at you, waiting on you to give them some more lyrics. You know what I stopped doing? Passing out lyrics. I tell them now, get on the computer and print your own up, because we didn't get these folders for nothing. I used to even make CDs and pass out CDs with all the songs we do. See, I stay ahead of the game. They ain't gonna catch me slacking not once, and they never will. They never have. Because I stay on top of my game. I know what I'm doing 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. I keep everything in a folder, and I keep it on the computer saved. I already know what I'm doing for next year, 2011. But I already know it's gonna be certain songs I can't do. See, like I said, everything ain't for your choir. You can't play every song. And then here's the other problem: it's too many people trying to sing and lead the song like the leader on the CD. Quit marking everybody else and do your own thing that God blessed you to be with. Too many musicians getting frustrated because they can't hit the same chords in the CD. You got to play your own style. My style ain't your style. If you can't figure out what your style is, you're going to stay lost. And you can't mark these CDs. Some of these churches don't have a band. Like Many Man say, he's the only musician. I dealt with that for years. That's why I get so off track a lot, because I got to take this hand and start running the bass line a lot. And then when I get a bass player, I got to cut my organ foot pedals off and get back to chording with the left, chording with the right, improvising a little bit. See, that's why you got to stay on your game as a minister of music. You got to practice every day. Yeah. You got to practice and practice. I never say, you hear me, I never say practice makes perfect. I say practice makes you better and better. Because I practice every day and I'm still not perfect on the piano. And I never will be, because it's a learning experience for me every day I get on it. So these choir rehearsals and choir practices that go so terrible. People are out of line. That's why I make folks mad, because I stand up and I speak my mind. If I got a problem with the whole choir, I'm going to address the whole choir. And people going to look at you crazy, but so what? Sometimes you just want to slap the eyes out their head. They be rolling their eyes at you. And here's the other problem. You're dealing with a lot of women, and you're dealing with hormones. You're dealing with Mother Nature. You're dealing with menopause. And some of these women, they come into church, they already angry. They done had a rough day at work. They just come in rehearsal, man. Ooh. Get out of here. Let's hurry up, get out of here. Why you going to do God like that? Musicians so unorganized. Choir rehearsal just terrible. A terrible choir rehearsal leaves a terrible praise on Sunday. But we don't want to stand up and tell the truth. People do not want to hear the truth. I find it out all the time. When you tell somebody about themselves, oh, you judging me. No, I'm telling the truth about you. You are a lazy choir member. You need to sit down somewhere. You are a lazy praise team leader. How you going to lead it? Oh, God Almighty. How you going to get up and lead and you want to be the leader and you ain't never even at church? And criticizing everybody else. And then when they get sat down, they the main ones in the congregation. Oh, she sound terrible. She shouldn't have. See, they need me back up there. Now, if you think the show is going to stop because you sitting down, keep sitting down and watch God's program keep moving. Shout out to my man David in Daytona Beach. The spirit of ignorance. I love that, brother. Getting tired of doing the same thing. We need some new music. Well, you need some new choir members. You need some members that's going to come in there and be serious about God business and stop all this complaining. I love dealing with choirs when they just, they all about God business. They come in there prepared. They got their lyrics. They done studied during the week, and rehearsal just goes smooth because everybody has done their job. Too many people depending on the minister of music to do everything. The minister of music can't praise for you. Man, I know somebody mad at this. His job is not to praise for you. And there's too many people just in the choir staying comfortable, waiting on somebody else to hit the note so they can just sneak in and hide behind them. Oh, don't let them people that sing out be sick or miss that Sunday. You'll really hear what's in the choir then. Oh, it's terrible. Well, we was waiting on Sister Stephanie to come back or Sister Johnson to come back. So we've been up. Yeah, you've been up there hiding behind somebody else. Because truth be told, if you cut out the main people in a lot of these choirs, these ones that's sitting up there for decoration and doing all this complaining, you won't hear a sound. Because it's too many people can't get past the fear of, I don't sound good. How are we going to work on you if you don't never open up your mouth and sing so we can hear what you sound like? We don't know if you're an alto or a soprano or a tenor because you won't open up your mouth and sing. You want a falsetto all the time. When it's time to sing, you want to, Jesus is real, I know the Lord. Sing it like Jesus is real. See, I'm sick of it, bro. As a minister of music, right now as I feel, God knows, if it was up to me, man, I would have been done thrown in the towel, but God won't let me. Because I got a lot of patience. But I don't have a lot of tolerance for ignorance. My tolerance level is very low for ignorance. Because you don't mind being patient with choir members and praise team members when they are really working and they are trying, but your tolerance for this ignorance with all this complaining, you ain't got tolerance for it. And me right now, I'm frustrated right now, bro. I tell anybody I'm frustrated. But I always be frustrated a lot of times. Because I find out it don't matter where I go. Because you got people that's serious for God, and you got people that just don't want to do nothing for God. And I hope this video can bless somebody, and God bless.